Rashad, why you
Anyways,
didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit
What's up,
in it.
Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Oh, we watch
Hey,
pretty
Rashad.
well.
Paddle wheel. What? Carly.
Damn, shut that bitch 20 cocaine.
Period. We got the DJ in the back. Where you been? Do that when I say some bored. Okay.
Listen, last time
I
I was
know.
up here.
I'm gonna act right. I know.
All right.
All right. Have a brand to protect.
Yeah, no viral
And that's
soundbites
not
tonight.
Oh.
Asia, I just wanted to ask you about that final, the go-ahead bucket you pull up from mid-range, and it's like the game is on the line at that point. What's kind of going through your mind on that play?
Honestly, Chelsea was yelling at me the whole game to shoot the basketball because we had good looks there. And so I knew once the ball got to me, I had to shoot it. And I had to get open. And when you're being guarded by a great defender like BG, it's kind of tough to find your spot. She makes it really hard. So I just had to get to my spot and try to get it up there as the best way I could, and it fell. So kind of gave me some confidence in that sense. But I appreciate Chelsea for staying on my behind and because sometimes I need that. And so, yeah, ball went in, and then it kind of, I think everybody kind of just came to a halt because we just felt comfortable.
And then I'm sure it's not that big of a deal to you in the grand scheme, but I noticed that, like, I think it was like in the third quarter, or I don't even know, it was during a timeout. The arena, they acknowledge you for some milestone. It's like the fastest to 2,000 field goals, and then
Yeah.
you're also the fastest to 5,500 points. It's just like a lot going on milestone wise.
Literally.
And I'm just curious for you.
Milestone.
Right. And I'm curious for you, like at a certain point, do you kind of like, is it in one ear out the other? I noticed you kind of like looked up and smiled, like, but then it was back to business. Or how do you think
Yeah.
about those milestones?
I mean, I don't let the milestones go by because I don't take this game for granted at all. So I'm actually very grateful to show up to work every single day and get the job done. So I do give a lot of, like, I do take a lot of pride in that. But sometimes in the heat of the moment of the game, I can't really pay too much attention to it. But pretty much later on tonight, probably when I'm just sitting with my parents and we kind of reflect on the game, I'll definitely just give all the great to God because He has allowed me to kind of be a beaming light in this sense in this game of basketball where it's hard to have your name in the history book. So to have my name in it multiple times is truly a blessing. So I'll reflect on it probably tonight. But in the moment, I know they were wishing my mom a happy birthday. I couldn't even crack a smile because we were just losing. So happy birthday, Mom.
And then sorry, last one, just Chelsea, a lot of like big assists from you in this game. And I'm just wondering, like, if you had to kind of encapsulate the importance of this win specifically, how do you kind of put that into context or describe just like what this win tonight means?
I mean, when you go down the stretch of a season, you want to be playing your best basketball in August, September. And that's a great squad that we played against. And so, I mean, that can very well be a playoff matchup. And we know that how important, both teams know how important that game was for the standing. So there was a little bit of pride there, but also like we want to protect home court. That's our main focus, and one game at a time.
Chelsea, at the beginning of the season, media day, you said that you felt better than you felt in a long time. You're coming off a big unrivaled, and you said you felt really good. Admittedly, during the lulls of this season, we looked and we say, man, is Chelsea okay, or is she just slowing down in this? But during this win streak, it looks like the Chelsea Gray of old. Is there a difference? Do you feel different during this win streak, or was it just us?
Yeah, it's just y'all. Honestly, like chemistry and flow and everybody looks better. It's not just me. It's everybody. Once you're getting to know each other and it's on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively. I think there's a bit of a better flow. I'm in a better shape. You want to be playing your best in August and September, like I said, as a team and individually, and that's what you're starting to see from me. And people know where the ball is coming, when it's coming, and at different moments in our play calls and where our reads are. So everything's kind of got to flow into it. And so everybody's level of play is elevating.
Asia, you mentioned Chelsea getting on you there. Also, I was trying to scramble here and look up fourth quarter stats during the win streak, and in that Chelsea that killer instinct that Chelsea's always had in the fourth quarter. She comes up with that big steal at the end. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed it at all in that final quarter where we've talked about the killer instinct, where Chelsea has elevated it for everyone?
For sure. I mean, we can go back to when Chelsea wasn't even an ace. When she was with the Sparks, like a dog when it came to the fourth. So it comes by no surprise that I know Chelsea's someone that I can always rely on in the fourth, to whether get us stopped, get us organized, slow us down. The little things that may not come up on the stat sheet, I can always count on Chelsea throughout the whole game, but particularly in the fourth. And that's the reason why she's the point guard. That's why she is so great at what she does. To have that ability to do that in crunch time and clutch time, it takes a lot on you, but she shows up every single day, and it just trickles down to us. I play with a lot of peace, because I have Chelsea as my point guard, and particularly in the fourth.
Hey, you shot 50%.
Girl, I shot 24 times. That's it. Damn.
I mean, you was
I know.
shooting that thing, but I'm just saying, 50%,
Right.
that's deep.
That first quarter was dookie.
Chelsea, no, no lead, larger than 5 through the first 3 quarters, and then you guys fall behind by 10 in the fourth, and then you guys keep them scoreless for 6+ minutes. How big is it for this team not only to get the win, but to pick up the win through the defense?
I think it was that we got 9 stops in a row. That's really, really hard to do, especially with an offensive team like that, that can score outside, mid-range, and they have 2 big post players inside. So it was an attention to detail, especially on the defensive end, that we really honed in on, and then we had to take it possession by possession offensively.
Asia, this was your first game with 2 threes on the season,
Talk about it.
4 attempts. There's also matches the season high. How confident are you in the triple? Chelsea, do you want her shoot
Heck
3
yeah.
more? Is that something that
Yes.
we can see more of?
Chelsea would want me to shoot logo threes. But no, I'm very confident in my 3-point shot. But I'm also confident in getting to my spots, where my bread and butter. But it's something that I've been working on. It's something that I've always been working on. But slowly and surely, I'm trying to find ways to implement it into the game plan and into our system. But yeah, it's kind of felt good today. A couple basketball guys blessed me today, and so yeah, it's been good.
Questions for any of the players. Can you guys just talk about the atmosphere here today? Definitely felt like a playoff atmosphere. What were you guys feeling on the floor there tonight?
Yeah, is it like a 44th sellout, 42nd? One of
It
the
definitely felt like a sellout, like
44th?
throughout
Yeah.
the entire game, like from start to finish. Especially, I mean, of course, everybody's going to get loud in the fourth quarter when the game is on the line, but from beginning to end, even when we got down 10, like the intensity never changed, from our fans, and we need that every single night.
Thanks.
This is for either Chelsea or Asia. What changed in the locker room wise since the second half? Do you guys feel as players, Coach Becky always talk about effort, but as players, do you guys see anything that changed that kind of has you guys playing in a different tempo right now?
I feel like honestly, we're just spending more time together. Like at first part I'm guessing you mean first half of the season, second half of the season? Yeah. We just got time to just spend together. We may not have a lot of practice time, but when it just comes from just our plane rides or just when we get into a city, we just continue to build that camaraderie. And I think a lot of people expected it to click right off the bat, but that's just not the way it goes sometimes. We really had to get acclimated to one another, and I think just when it came from after All-Star break, we already had the same mindset of what we want to get done when we put on these jerseys. But it just takes time to kind of really understand people and get to know people. So yeah, I think it's just you see it now. We're meshing at the right time, we're clicking at the right time, we're healthy. It goes a long way. Like we crushed our escape room in Phoenix. Like we just do fun things, and I'm grateful to be a part of this team. Yes.
Asia, obviously frenemies in the dub, South Carolina besties. What can you fill us in on that exchange? Was Alicia playing a little possum there, or
I love Leash. I love Leash with my whole heart. That's my dog. That's my ride or die. And to see her flourish and what she's doing in this league comes by no surprise by me. But I'm so glad that she's finally putting the league on notice as to what she can do on both ends of the basketball. But yeah, we're going to always be sisters at the end of the day. And I guess she wanted me to get a foul call, but it didn't work out. So I'm glad she's good and healthy and moving right. But it's always a joy to compete against her. And I love what she's doing on the Atlanta Dream now.
Last question for the players. We'll go to Nikias on Zoom.
Just a quick one for Asia. As you were moved around the board a little bit defensively, defending a little bit of Tapina, Maya Caldwell, etc. Just what has it been like for you kind of expanding your role defensively?
It's crazy, Nikias, because I kind of put myself in those situations.
Making the scouting report.
I am. I kind of just throw lineups out at my teammates. And I mean, I love it that they trust me to put me in those situations. Because probably 2 years ago, I don't think any of them would have been like, girl, you were not guarding a guard. But for them to have that trust in me, it kind of helps me see the game from a different view. So yeah, I kind of set myself up for that. But I enjoy the challenge to guard some of the great guards in this league.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Players.
Yeah.
I did. Thank you.
Rashad, why you didn't hit me up?
Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother. Front leg
What's
in
up,
it,
Rashad?
yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.